What if I told you that Tetris, the seemingly endless 80s puzzler, could be beaten? What if I told you that for the first time in history, that happened? Now, what if I told you that its champion was just 13 years old?
Oh my god! Oh.
Out of all the games to come out of the retro era, Tetris has arguably remained one of the most relevant. Sure, Pac-Man, Space Invaders, Pong have all had an immense impact on the gaming industry, but unlike those, I still play Tetris. And as it turns out, Tetris still has a massive community and esports scene, filled with devotees talking strategy, creating content, and most importantly, showing off their high scores. You see, like many other games from its time and the few that are still released today, Tetris is an endless game. There is no win condition. All you do is play for as long as you can, increasing your score, but the game always beats you. Or so I thought. On December 21st, Willis Gibson, aka Blue Scooty, out of Oklahoma, became the first person in history to beat the NES version of Tetris, and he did it at just 13 years old. But how? How do you beat an unbeatable game? Well, you break it. Tetris can't be beaten in the traditional sense, but just like many games from that time, you can achieve a kill screen. You see, many of these games, if not all of them, weren't meant to be played forever. And since they operate on older hardware, there's only so much high-level gaming they can take. For that reason, there comes a point where many of these games just glitch out and freeze. You get what is called a kill screen and physically cannot progress any further, which is how you can beat games like Tetris. If the game literally won't let you play anymore, you've ostensibly won. Now, Tetris specifically has had a long history of these supposed points of no return. But if you want more of the history on that, I suggest you go check out a Game Scout's fantastic video on it. But essentially, over the 3+ decades that this game has existed, people have gotten very good, constantly pushing further than anyone ever has before them, developing new controller techniques and, well, having just pure endurance. However, in 2021, an AI was made to play Tetris near perfectly. StackRabbit made it way past the highest level any human ever had until the game just stopped working. Tetris's true kill screen had been discovered, and later, player Hydrant Dude figured out many of the possible occurrences of achieving said kill screen. Turns out, the earliest one could arguably be reached by a human, which caused a bit of a race, with the biggest hurdle being the increasingly hard to see color palettes caused by more technical limitations of the game just being played for too damn long. But late last year, after 34 years, 13-year-old Blue Scooty, who had already been making waves in the competitive scene, did what was once thought to be impossible. He beat Tetris.
Oh my god!
In the weeks since the achievement, two other top Tetris players, Fractal and Pixel Andy, have also managed to reach a true kill screen. And now it seems that the future of beating Tetris surrounds achieving a kill screen as efficiently as possible, or trying to avoid one for as long as you can. But Blue Scooty will always be the first, and thanks to his achievement, he has absolutely blown up. His story, and now the story of Tetris, has gone way beyond the reaches of our relatively small competitive gaming community. Basically, every single major outlet has reported on this. But as we all unfortunately know, traditional media's opinions on gaming isn't always as charitable as we'd like. And one outlet has already tried to devalue Blue Scooty's feat.
As a mother, I would just say step away from the screen, go outside, get some fresh air. Beating Tetris is not a life goal.
Obviously, this comment didn't go over all that well. At its worst, it's completely out of touch, and at best, it's just being mean to a teenager for really no reason, but I wouldn't read too deeply into it. As mentioned, traditional media is still a long ways away from treating gaming with the admiration it so desperately deserves. I mean, covering a story that's big enough to get airtime but not serious enough to earn the respect of those covering it should tell you everything you need to know. Beating a once thought unbeatable game made 20 years before you were even born is nothing to scoff at. It's a lot more impressive than anything I was doing at 13, I'll tell you that much. So, to Willis, if you're watching, congratulations. Yeah, Tetris rules. I still play Tetris on a weekly basis. My girlfriend was a freak at Tetris 99, that like battle royale version. Forgot about that. That was Probably one of the most goated video game songs of all time, I would say.